Why?
Bite and suck your blood out, man.
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
It's a real thing.
It definitely is a real thing.
It was a physical beating.
Every now and again, I don't know if you notice, I always like hold you and kiss you. And
For me, it's support.
that's a very vague question. Change
Wow.
could mean a lot of things.
No, stop lowballing your business to satisfy cheap people.
Yes.
They pay full price for Jordans, Michael Kors. They can pay you too. And welcome to our
Take
third episode.
Bye.
Mrs BigBite. Okay, I'm just gonna adjust my mic here. Just before we start, ma'am,
Yes.
can you tell me what's your spirit animal?
Do you want me to answer that?
Yeah.
It's definitely a wolf.
Why?
Because wolves are not part of a circus.
And they what? They
They're leaders, they're alphas. They move in packs. They are very strong, very smart animals.
ne?
Yeah?
And I noticed that.
But honestly, have you ever seen a wolf in a circus?
No.
So, there we go.
No, I haven't. I only know werewolf movies like in Twilight.
Oh, here we
Twilight
go. Oh,
came out.
that's another
Everybody
reason
was
why.
going crazy for that werewolf. Oh, I don't know. That's it. I
So,
just
if you had to be a werewolf or a vampire, which one would you choose?
No, I'll be a
Which one?
vampire.
Why?
Bite and suck your blood out, man.
I don't like vampires.
No, but I like wolves. I can tell you one thing. I always liked the baby wolf, the Siberian Husky version, and then I like the actual real one that howls. That
Like a real wolf.
yeah, the real wolf. Like it actually,
Ooh.
but now it worries me. Like a wolf can't be tamed, man. Okay, let's just leave it there. So today's topic, guys, is going to be PTSD. What does it stand for?
Post-traumatic stress disorder.
It's a real thing.
It definitely is a real thing. And let me tell you, if it hasn't hit you or your home by now, it's probably because you're in denial that you haven't had that. And I think it's something that people don't like to admit or they don't like to address, because when something that's stressful happens to you and people ask, are you okay? You just be like, no, I'm fine. It's like we have to be strong for the world.
And the biggest problem with us as humans is that we find these disorders to be menial
Or man-made.
overlooked. PTSD, bipolar, manics, depression, anxiety.
Yeah,
These
and
are overlooked at because they like low level
no, it's because you can't see it. That's why.
pain.
So let me tell you something. Let me give you an example. If I come in with a broken hand, you feel sorry for me.
Yes.
But if I come in feeling depressed, you're not going to feel sorry for me.
No, I won't.
You're going to be like, what's wrong with you? Snap out of it. Move on with life. Because life has become so fast-paced. And we also come from a generation where our parents didn't believe in these type of things.
Not at all. It was a physical beating or a catch
It's
or
a
wake
myth.
up and myth. And I mean, manics and depression and PTSD or whatever was just so.
They
I wanna-
believe that beating
Tell me,
out
with
of
you and I coming out of serious.
Oh yeah, this weekend we had a lot of trauma.
But let's backtrack.
Yeah.
Let's go into
Life,
no.
our
let's
life.
backtrack further. Let's go into Nevaeh situation. Have
Okay.
you overcome that?
I don't think 100% that I've ever overcome it, because the moment I start seeing a little bit of signs or symptoms in her, like if she's tired and I find her sleeping after school, I start getting paranoid. I'm like, why are you sleeping? What's wrong with you? Because that was one of the signs
symptoms,
and
yes.
symptoms that she was showing.
So it's how many years now? It's over. She was 1.5. She was 2, 3. Now she's 11. So it's about 8, 9 years
About
gone.
8-9 years gone.
And we are dealing with.
How do you feel about Nevaeh's thing?
So it does affect me, knowing that this is what we went through, and this is what I can go through potentially. It does come into my mind. It creeps in when I hear the word cancer. So whenever I see adverts or I
Yeah.
see campaigns or I hear of another
triggers.
person
It
saying
does trigger.
I have cancer, like yesterday when we went to buy that car and the wife told me that the husband has cancer for 13 years
Oh, gosh.
and he has lymphomatic, I can't pronounce it well, cancer. It hit me, I just can't get over it. So I think that's one of the things that into our earlyhood of our marriage
Yeah.
attacked.
Yeah,
And
we were only married for like what, 4 years, and that happened to us. I think the other thing that really, really triggers me a lot is every time I drop them off at school, I gotta pray that I don't get that phone call from the school to say something happened to my kids. Because there was a time where I got a call from Kitana's school, and a boy had pushed her and she fell into a windowsill and it hit her back. When I got to school, she was laying there and she was crying. She was sitting on the side of the pavement crying, and her back was swollen, and I was like, it was so close to her spine, and I was like freaked out. And every day for me as a mother, I'm paranoid.
then let's fast track to the reality of COVID,
Oh yeah.
right? And then that's recent 2019. We got hit with COVID. We got told, I remember the day we had the boardroom meeting with our staff, and the government shut us down.
Yeah.
And
And
suddenly,
we thought it's just going to be for like 30 days.
two
Yeah.
weeks, no man, 14 days.
Yeah, yeah.
And nobody came to work the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. And then I get severely, severely ill, and I end up in ICU and stuff like that. So you're telling me that those post-traumatic stresses of business, the country being crippled, the COVID issue, the illnesses, the sicknesses, the loss of goods, businesses, has not impacted us?
It really has, and I'll tell you what's a trigger for me. Like, main thing, a trigger for me with you is like every now and again, I don't know if you notice, I always like hold you and kiss you, and I'm like, thank you, you made it. Like, it would just
Yes,
be
it
random
doesn't hit home,
spurts.
it doesn't hit home all
It's just
the
like random spurts of that. I think that traumatic time that's still fresh.
Okay.
You know?
How to overcome PTSD? 2 things from you, 2 things from me.
Okay. I think that you really have to be honest with yourself that you are not okay and you haven't dealt with whatever's going on. Because a lot of the time we lie to ourselves and say we're okay. Have you really dealt with what you went through?
How do you deal with it?
I think a good cry.
Okay, I like that.
I think a good
Yeah,
cry.
I cried a
for
lot.
me, a good cry, an honest cry. And then I think you also just need to look at the cup half full.
So gratefulness.
Yeah, like just be
So
grateful that
gratitude, being grateful, and denial. Those are 2 things of
that you
overcoming.
need to deal with and
So
really
accept
be,
that you're
yeah.
going through this.
And you know, sometimes it's
grateful.
not always a happy ending for everybody.
I know.
And
Many people have lost their lives.
correct.
I like that. For me, it's support. I think if you don't have a support structure, if you don't accept and put in a support structure, and for me, example, my daughters and you, Nevaeh, Kitana, not so much, but more Nevaeh, because Nevaeh is very supportive, but you, support structure and workplace support structure is important. And then church, fundamentally, Jesus in my life, being a support structure, knowing that I got to be at church on Wednesday, got to be there on Thursday, got to be there on Saturday, got to be there on Sunday 3 times. It's like I asked myself, yo, Lord, did I sin so much that you need me there 3 times on a
Yes,
Sunday?
you did.
And I said, yes, I did. That
Yes, you
100%.
did.
And
You did, boy.
I did. I was bad. So, support structure and boundaries. I think PTSD, post-traumatic stress, is dealing with issues that you've had throughout your childhood, throughout your life, that you big ticket items, and you don't have a support structure. And of course, me and you and I having God and having Jesus as a center of our lives,
Yeah.
and change. The last one, I think. Let's talk about change. What does change mean to you?
That's a very vague question. Change
Wow.
could mean a lot of things.
No, I mean
But
change
to me,
as in
change means growth. It means better. It means you need to see change in things. Like, I
So
don't know.
change in business, let me give you my interpretation. There was a thing called change management. Change management is, and then they address and they unpack, what are the effects of change?
Okay, now human beings don't like change because it takes you out of your comfort zone.
Correct. And that's one of the biggest issues, that we don't like it.
Change is it's not a good thing for all of us. We don't like change.
So let's unpack this.
We are habits of what?
You admit
We're
that you've been
creatures
through
of
an
habit.
issue. You've got to admit that you've been through a personal struggle. You need a support structure.
Yeah.
You got to, your second point to admitting after denial was? You put structure in place. You put
Gratitude.
Gratitude is being grateful.
Yeah.
So you need to accept and be thankful
Yeah.
in it. And my one was definitely change.
And I think you got to take rest. You got to breathe a bit. Because resting the brain, the body, I'll tell you, it's just the best thing on earth.
How do you rest?
You got to sleep. Like you genuinely have to sleep. Like you genuinely have to close your eyes and sleep.
That is a good one. And that's why we have you, GABA.
Because I can
The
sleep at
solutions
any time.
for, what are the solutions
So
for
if you
sleep?
struggle to sleep, we got you.
What do you have? Tell me.
We have a product called GABA
Right?
and ashwagandha.
Right.
Two things. GABA is used to relax you, calm you down, and put you to sleep. It gives the body, it shuts your brain down. Because a lot of the times the reason why you don't sleep is you overthink. So GABA was designed to go in and send those transmissions to stop, just so that you can sleep.
So GABA, ashwagandha, what else do you have?
Ashwagandha calms you, relaxes you, helps you with stress, depression. That's what ashwagandha is for.
Okay, only two.
Those are the two things that will help you with sleep.
Okay, and I think excessive training, gymming.
And
I
a
think
lot of
exercise.
water.
Lots of water, lots of exercise. Because I've been feeling fatigued lately by training 6 days a week.
Yeah?
So 6 days a week has put me into extreme fatigue. And by the time I got home, we ate. And then I got into bed by 11 o'clock. Already my body's starting to say,
Goodbye.
goodbye, you need rest. So I do think extreme fatigue is an important thing. So how do you fatigue yourself out? Sport, gym,
Computer games.
or
Which is very bad for you,
no,
actually.
computer games, I don't think that's no, that thing stimulates your mind.
Yeah.
Computer games can keep kids up to about 2
Yeah,
a.m.
computer games, TV, all that stuff can keep kids up. Like, we need to also talk about screen time. One of these days, we're going to talk about what is the right amount of screen time. for
Screen
your
time
kids.
is dangerous. So let's check how many comments you guys can guess Mrs. BigBites and Mr. BigBites screen time. So I'm just going to put, I won't give you the answer.
Oh my
but
gosh, my phone's charging back.
your phone is charging, okay. But
Who do you think has the highest screen,
Screen
time
time.
between the two of us?
and what do you think that number is? Hey, I mean, like, yo, Mish, I would love to go and check out my screen time right now just to see
Screen
how
time
dangerous
can be
this is.
dangerous.
Screen time, but I think I'm pretty decent. I don't know. This is just an assumption.
You see, denial.
I can't even
It
type.
is a river.
Okay, so how do you read this thing? Daily average. Okay.
Let me see, show it to me. Okay.
I don't know what's the average screen time. I don't know. So let's hear from the people.
Yeah.
Guess my screen time, my daily average, and guess Misha's. I was up 22% from last week. Sure. Where's Misha's phone?
It's charging.
Where?
It's charging there by the computer.
Can we get her phone here so she can just say what was your percentage? So mine is showing, yeah, okay, cool. So that was interesting. Post-traumatic stress disorder. I still deal with a lot of things from ICU, from hospital, about my life, my changes. But I only started feeling what I went through because I want change. So if you don't care and you are a person that has no conscience and you don't really share emotions, then PTSD will mean nothing to you.
Absolutely.
Because you're hard, you're like a rock. You have no emotions, nothing. You just don't feel anything. So because I choose change, I choose to be something different and improve. Like, you and I are on an improvement scale every day. So yeah, being our third podcast, we're enjoying this. We really do believe that our content as a couple and as influencers. So yeah, that's good. So Misha was up 19% from last week. You were up
No,
19%.
down.
No, up.
It's showing down.
Read that content there on top. It says 19%
From last week.
down.
Down. From last week.
Oh, down.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so guess our screen time. Okay, that's it for post-traumatic stress disorder. Thank you very
And
much.
guys, we just want to encourage you, whatever you want us to chat about, if there's something you want our opinion of or our point of view, and you want to get into something that's deep of the deep, drop it in the comments below.
Okay, now let's discuss what's happening in the world today that's affecting us.
Petrol prices.
How do you feel about that?
I'm extremely angry about it because, yes, I don't travel to work. That doesn't mean it doesn't affect me. If the way this is going to affect me and my small business Everything's gone up. My courier fees have been going up. My transportation to get my goods to me has gone up. The import and export to get the stuff here into the country has gone up. The dollar rate obviously is cranking us in our, you know what.
I
So
feel that petrol, Eskom, current economy,
I think it's crushing people.
No, it's a combination, right? Now, this is something that I wanted to really, really understand how you feel about. All this combination of things, right, have affected us.
Yeah.
But have you noticed the consumer, the customer, doesn't take that into consideration? Wait,
I hear what you're saying because the customer still wants stuff cheap.
No, go deeper. The customer still wants things on time.
Correct.
The customer still wants his product. The customer still wants his service. Wait, but
No, they want everything normal, yet we are dealing with abnormal circumstances.
So that I have no.
So I posted a quote yesterday,
I reposted it.
and it
You wanna read
hit
it?
me. Yeah, it hit me because I have a lot of people constantly asking me for this, and it was getting to me to a point that
This
I
one here?
couldn't take it anymore. Yeah,
Okay.
and do you want to read it for us?
Yeah. So I'll try and show the camera this content. Okay, so that's it. So you guys want to read that. So it says, stop lowballing your business to satisfy cheap people.
Yes.
They pay full price for Jordans, Michael Kors. They can pay you too.
Absolutely. They're not walking to Nike and asking for a discount.
So wait, I don't have a problem entirely with that exactly. Like
Okay.
with the guy paying. I have a problem with the person expecting the same service in the same time frame or the same time, but things have changed.
Correct.
Okay, yes, money does impact that. I don't think you get where I'm going with this.
Kinda.
Let me give you an example.
No, I do.
Now, let me give you an example. Guy walks into your shop. Hi, can I have two
Smoothies.
two smoothies, please? I'll have one mango and one berry flame.
Yeah.
Cool. He goes and sits down, pulls out his phone. Mila starts making the shake, and halfway through the shake,
Boom.
boom,
Load shedding.
it's load shedding.
He doesn't understand that.
Still waiting.
Yeah.
Hi, excuse me, Mrs BigBite.
Can you tell me how long my
How
shake's
long will
gonna
my
be?
shake take to be done? Wait, hold up. Now you start up the Jenny. You start making that. The network service is still up and running. Everything's converting.
So let me tell you. Let me give you an example.
How do you deal
We
with
had a
it?
client come in,
Yeah.
do a purchase. We had no electricity, but it was not load shedding. We were having electricity building in the building issues, and he's shouting at us because we are unable to print an invoice for him. And we're like, but sir, we have no power. And he's like, that's not my problem. You're offering a service. If you're offering a service, you should make sure you're able to print whether you have or don't have electricity. How's that?
That's ridiculous. But then, and that's what I'm experiencing, is that my timelines have changed, courier companies have changed, deadlines have changed, everything has changed, but the customer has not changed.
You know what's the problem with society? The problem with society is that it's a microwave society. I don't care what age you are, but if you walk into a restaurant and you order food, everybody wants their food now. There's no patience, there's no waiting, everyone's like, I'm important, I want my stuff now. I've paid. There's an entitlement thing in the air. And it's just not amongst AMA 2000s. People need to stop saying it's the AMA 2000s. It's not. It's human beings in general have become entitled. I've paid you 50 Rand. You're going to give me my stuff now. That's just how it works.
Well, they're entitled to it. I paid for it, right? Hold
Yeah.
on. You owe me my service.
Yeah.
Let me tell you where the flaw is. It's the explanation of how the service is going to get executed.
Okay.
Now, you can't do that online because your service is online. So there's no mitigation.
Yeah.
There's no opportunity for you to say, Mr. John, please note that we will be running 3 days late on your service, and this is the reason for that.
Yeah.
Good luck to you. So online people will always suffer. But a physical person, I think we need to get to a point where we can stand and say to a customer or to clientele and say, you know what, this is what you're getting. And what about being grateful? Like, how did this company manage to do this in such a short space of time during all the problems?
I don't know. I just don't think we have grateful people. We have a lot of entitlement, and you say
No.
that it's okay. So it's okay.
No.
It's okay, guys.
I don't know. I didn't sum that up, but anyway, it is an issue. It is something. So yeah, Misha, you want to shoot?
Yes, guys. So listen, if you're trying to lose your weight, if you need to boost your immune system, if you need to get rid of the mucus in your body, and you also need great hair and skin, then you better go and get yourself some sea moss.
How do we get it?
Now, you can either purchase the sea moss online, mrsbigbitebeauty.com, but if you are in the Johannesburg area, we got you. We have a physical store that you can walk in and purchase from there.
I also noticed you got a whack load of stockists.
So now I was leaving the best for last. If you don't want to purchase and you want to save on courier fee and you want to support another small business, then hey, check out the list of suppliers. They are stockists, they are in your area, and hey, go and support them.
How do we get all of them?
Okay, so if you go to any of my pages or you go on to my Instagram and TikTok, you will see that I've got a list of stockists that are pinned. We have tons in Durban, we've got PMB, we got Secunda, we got in Mpumalanga, we even have in Cape Town.
Now, if you want to become a stockist for the source or for CMOS, it's as easy as contacting us. Hit us up in the comments. Or if you're really serious about starting a small business,
We can
we'll help
assist you.
That'll be a good opportunity for both you and I to grow. Okay, do you have a question for me?
I do have a question.
Oh, okay. Why did I have to ask you?
Because you know, this has been a long week and I want to ask the right question.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know which one I want to ask in the two.
No problem. No problem. It's fine. I'm cool. You don't have to ask me anything. I can ask you a question.
No, let me ask you this question. How many, it was around your gaming, your games, I wanted to ask you. How many Dota games have you played in total?
My hours show 4,600
No, I'm
hours,
talking about...
right? No, so my games, if my hours show 4,600 played hours of gaming, I think about 22,000
hours.
games.
22,000 games.
Because I played 4,600 hours. 4,000, they say to become a professional at something, you need to spend 6,000 hours.
Per day?
Oh, no.
I mean,
total.
per
To
total.
become very good at something. And and I did 22, and one game lasts an hour or 60 minutes. Actually, having said that, I'm going to go and hook up my PC today. I'm going to get my gaming back because I miss my gaming.
Which dog do you love more?
Tiger.
Evil.
I love him. I love him more. Okay, I can't say I love them both, but he's
Okay, you said Tiger, right?
yeah,
And then between Tiger and Mia?
Tiger. Mia used to bite me. Mia, I couldn't bath her.
You cause post-traumatic stress in Mia.
Post-traumatic stress. Do not cause post-traumatic stress. Except be understanding, be passive, be calm. One closeout tip from you and a closeout tip from me.
Okay. My closeout tip for today is definitely take your 15-minute break when you're in an argument with your spouse or your partner. It helps. It works.
Oh, well, I laugh. Okay, so, and my tip would be is change. Change the way you are. Change something about you. Stop living in the same thing every day, in and out, in and out, in and out. Change. Accept it and change. And see if it's good or bad. If it's not, go back. Thank you for your time, guys. Today was a bit... it's not easy to do this podcast, but we enjoy it.
Yes, we
And
do.
it's also therapeutic for both of us. Remember,
Yeah,
we both
it
see
is.
this as a therapy session. Thank you for your time. Make sure you
Cheers.
subscribe.